Hey everybody, it's Jenny McGarvey and I am back with you today to share how I planned this week in my Classic Happy Planner. I decided that we were going to do some stamping. I haven't done that for a while and I haven't shared with you like the whole stamping thing, so let's do that, shall we? Okay, so these are some of the new baby girl stamps. They were available at Joann's and I thought they were really cute. I love this yay and the rainbow. And then when I opened the package, I realized I really like these flowers a lot too. So what I decided was, how about we create something super fun with the flowers and then add a little bit more fun too, and then add our functional plants. So what we're going to do is this. I'm going to start clear stamp block. If you have not watched my other stamping videos before, like how to stamp, you might want to start there. You'll have to scroll back a ways, but it'll give you a lot of really good information on stamping and explain to you a lot about stamping. This is just sort of we're just going to go forth with stamping, but I'm going to use my VersaFine black ink because I'm not going to lie, I think VersaFine's the best. I'm going to take this stamp, I'm going to rub it on the back of my hand to prime it. Just makes it even better. I'm just going to start on this side of the page just because I want to. Firm, even pressure on the whole block. And then I'm just going to stamp all the way across because it's cute, because I like it. Now you could use a different color ink. I do have these same, not the exact same ink pads, but I do have the VersaFine ink pads in lots of colors. But I really just wanted to keep this super simple and show you how adorable stamping can look with or without color. You can obviously imagine if I'd used green, how cute this would be, or yellow or something else. But I wanted to show you how it's really cute, even just when you use black and white. So there we go. We're going to give it a second to dry just because we want to make sure that I'm not going crazy like smearing things, because it does need a little bit of time to dry. Now I've pulled out a couple of washi tapes. This little cloud washi tape is from the baby girl set as well. And then this is, I believe, from the Socialite washi. And this yellow and white stripe is just the bee's knees as far as I'm concerned. So I just really wanted to use it. So now I'm going to, I'm not going to lie, these super thin washies are not my most favorite in the whole world. I'm not crazy about super thin washi. I know other people are. I'm going to add the washi right through here, tear the edge. Same thing over here. Now I'm not going crazy with making sure that it's really lined up because I don't care. If you've been around here for a second, you know that that's not super important to me, being perfect. And so if it's important to you, you should absolutely work on that. But for me, I'm kind of a fly by the seat of your pants kind of gal. All right, so I trimmed that off. I had this one go all the way to the edge. This one I trimmed off before. This one I'm going to do kind of the opposite. I'm going to have this one go all the way to the edge. This one I'm going to trim off a little bit sooner. All right, now I'm going to do a similar type of thing with the yellow washi. So pretty. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to let this one go all the way to the edge. And then have this one end a little sooner. And then we will do the same thing on this side. Now this washi is really super bright, this yellow and white. The yellow almost borders on neon, not completely, but borderline a little bit. So it's just, but it's so pretty. I love how cheerful it is. Okay, so there we go with that. I love the way it looks. I think that's really cute. Now again, I don't know that like, oh, those colors are my most favorite, but I was sort of mimicking the clouds and the sun. And so, and then you have the ground below. I just thought it was kind of fun, and I thought it was going to be just a really neat way to have the week go. Now, one of the things about stamping is that it can be anything you want it to be. So we're going to pull out some of the other Happy Planner stamps. There's quite a few. Now I might use this weekend one, so I'm going to put that up here. I will for sure use this one. I will for sure use this one. There's a little bullet point down at the bottom I like to use on this one because I lost this one. There is that clipboard, but I doubt I'll use that one. I will for sure probably use this one. I really do love this tag, so let's put that in the maybe pile. Let's put this one in there too. Probably not going to use these today. Pretty great. So we'll set the ones that I'm not going to use aside, not because I don't like them, but just because I'm probably not going to use them today. So I think that what we'll do is I'm going to just stick with black stamping because again, I want to show you how great stamping can be with just using black ink, and then you can see that sky is the limit, right? You can use whatever you want color-wise. So I think that what we'll do is, now if you watched my last stamping video, the one with all the hexagons, I talked to you about masking with washi tape. Now that's just what I do because I have so much washi tape that I want to make sure that somehow, somewhere, some way that gets used up. But right now I'm going to show you a little bit about masking with sticky notes. You can mask with sticky notes too, and this works just as well, if not better in some ways, because you can, it's not as messy. But I have so much washi. For me, it's just a great way to use up some of that washi, and then as well I can make sure that it's all stuck down. I, in the past, when I was not paying good attention, have had just little edges peel up of the sticky notes, which is not normal, by the way. It was completely just me not paying attention. Now I'm going to, after I primed the stamp by rubbing it on the back of my hand, I'm going to ink it up. I'm going to use even firm pressure, and I'm going to put the stamp right here. Now you can see that it's on the blue. That's on purpose. I didn't want the whole stamp on my page. Okay, so we stamp. Voila. So easy and far less messy than the way that I would normally do it. Okay, but you know, it's completely a choice. And I'm going to pull out a baby wipe. They're almost gone. I need to go to the store. Huggies are what I like. They're nice and juicy, and they don't leave a lot of lint on the stamps. Again, it's completely personal preference. I just don't want to work that hard, so I prefer to not have lint. Alcohol-free baby wipes should do the trick for you. I'm going to pull this guy off. I'll put it back on the thing later. So now I know that somewhere in my stamps, or at least I'm pretty sure, I have a doctor's appointment stamp. I do. Look at that. There it is. Or a dentist appointment stamp, actually. So what I'm going to do is pull this out, prime it, need a little bit more ink. You can see on here, like I didn't get, I don't know if you can see that or not, up at the top I didn't get great ink coverage, so I just need to get a little bit more ink. It didn't seem to work, so let's see how that turns out. Let's see. There, perfect. Yay, I'm so happy. Okay, so we'll clean that off because I wasn't sure. Obviously normally stamping turns out perfect. I just wasn't sure that I had gotten enough ink in that spot. Oh, I'm super excited about this little guy too. I'm going to use that in just a second. It's one of those stamps that I didn't really anticipate myself using, but I have the perfect. Okay. Then I have this little phone. I'm going to do the same thing. Ink it up, firm, even pressure. Voila! I love it. I'm so excited. Okay, so then I'm going to clean this guy off, put him back on the backing, and then I'm going to, where's that little ribbon? I'm unnaturally excited about using this ribbon, and I'm well aware, by the way, that I shouldn't be this excited, but I am, and I don't care. I'm going to put him halfway over just to see how I like it. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not like it, to be honest, but I figured it was worth a try. I'm not really sure how things are until I use them, so I might as well. All right, so there was a science fair that day in case you hadn't figured that out. And actually my son did get a ribbon, so you'll see it in my memory planner if you follow me on Instagram. But okay, so now I can move on to Wednesday. And Wednesday is, let's see, we've got a doctor's appointment, which, you know what, I don't think I'm going to use the little doctor's appointment circle because I already have them on Tuesday, and I think that might be a little bit too redundant. So what we're going to do instead is I'm going to take this big box and I'm going to do the masking technique that we did already with this little tag. So I'm going to wipe off the excess ink. And again, you don't have to wipe off the excess ink. It's not going to harm your stamps in any way. Some people like to clean it off because they don't like that still being on their stamp. I do it so that I don't make a bigger mess because I am typically fairly messy. Okay, so I'm going to add that box, and I want to do masking. So I'm going to put down my sticky note. I'm going to add some ink to my stamp that you saw me prime. Okay. Now, if you'll recall, this stamp is not, it's meant to look like a brush stroke or kind of messy. And so that's why it looks the way that it does. That's on purpose, by the way. So I don't want you to think that there's a default with the stamp or that I didn't do a good job, which, I mean, I guess, let's be clear, I might not have done a good job, but that was not a problem with this stamp, okay? So then we will also use that little star that I talked to you about at the beginning, that I lost the other one, which is a bummer because I like to use it. Actually though, you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think I'm going to, because we already had those two circles right there, and I feel like adding another circle might be too much. So what I will do instead is I'm going to pull out this set, and I'm just going to get the star itself and use that one. Now, the cool thing about stamps, if you're not regularly a stamper and you're watching this and you're like, I don't know, why would I even bother? Once you buy the stamps, you own them. You can use them forever. There's nothing stopping you from just using them over and over and over again. And so you don't have to keep rebuying them like you do with stickers. So I think that it can be very cost effective. It is super creative. You can do anything you like. And it's just lots of fun to do if you enjoy it. So it's one of those things that I think that it can fill a whole lot of different needs. Oh my goodness. So now I am moving on into Thursday, which is just crazy to me by the fact that I've already done that first half of the page, but that's where we're at. So Thursday I have a nail appointment. So luckily for me, I have a mani-pedi stamp. I mean, it's crazy. There's just so many awesome stamps. So it's definitely you have all your bases covered aside from just the basics, which we have. So yay, so cute. All right, so clean that guy off. You see the ink comes right off the stamp. No problem at all. And I'll put it away. Sometimes I just leave a big pile of them and then I'll put them all away at the end. Sometimes I put them together, put them away individually. I don't really, I just do whatever feels right. All right, so we're going to do the same masking technique that we did before. I'm going to pull out the same sticky note that I used before. I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did. And I'm going to put it right there. So we'll just add some ink. You can see I left the ink on there from before. I didn't even clean that off yet. And add the ink. So this time I'm going to do it over here. Voila! So that's how you can really customize your stamps too. A little bit of masking, a little bit of, there's other ways you can do it as well, but that's just one great way to really make the stamps work the way that you want them to work. So I find that it's very functional because you can have as big of a box as you want, or as you can see, I made it as small as I wanted to as well. Now on Friday, I have another activity. So I'm going to, I did clean this guy off, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. So I will go ahead and prime him just to make sure I get the best coverage possible. And I will go ahead and add him right here. I don't know why the stamp is a him, by the way. That's not on purpose. It just, something silly I was saying. So there's that. Now, I think that what I'm going to do is we have a baseball game on Saturday, and then I have a banquet on Sunday. So I think that what I'll do now while I'm thinking about it is that I have a weekend stamp. So I think I'm going to put the weekend stamp right here, and I'm going to put the game here and the banquet here. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I want you to see sort of the thought process behind this. So I'm always kind of thinking about how, okay, what do I have left? Why should I put what where? So that's kind of what my thought process is right now. Now I have this cute little speech bubble. So I'm going to use it, priming him up. I'm going to put him in the middle to balance with that big tag. And again, that little missing line, it's part of the design of the stamp. If you look at the stamp, you can see that there's that little chunk missing. It's supposed to look hand-drawn, so that's kind of where that is at. And then for Sunday, I'm going to take this full box that comes with the Missmaker stamps. This one looks sort of, to me, it reminds me of confetti. So I thought, oh, that'd be really fun for like a banquet / party type thing. So what I'm going to do is, I'm trying to think if I want it to be like partial here. No, I don't think I want that. Do I want it to be partial here? No, partial up top. Okay, I'm going to try something. Maybe I'll hate it. I don't know. I'm going to mask here. And then I'm also going to mask. Sorry, I was trying to pull out a different sticky note, but I'm just going to use this one. Mask right along here. Then I'm going to prime it up. Get ink on it. So see, it looks just fun. It's confetti. And got an idea. We'll see how I like it, because you just never know. There. Yeah, I know it's kind of weird, but I'm going to do brush lettering over here, and I'm going to do it in like a vertical style. So I think that it's going to be cute. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Okay, so now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do that weekend banner. So I need a bigger stamp block because the weekend is big. So I've got a big stamp block. And now keep in mind that this would be a whole lot different if you used different color stamps and maybe you added a sticker here or there. That's actually how I find I like stamping the best, is when you mix it up. I'm not a huge fan of just stamping, but not because I don't like stamping, I do, but I like to use it to accent all the things, right? So, or if you're using a huge variety of stuff, and you can really make it great. But if you're looking for pure function and cost effectiveness, stamping is definitely the way to go. There. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love that weekend stamp. It's so, so, so cute. All right, now I've had an epiphany, and I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this washi. And you're thinking, oh my God, why are you going to remove the washi? Well, I've been sitting here while I've been stamping this whole time, and I really don't like it. The part that's been sort of holding me back is the washi. Like, I've been looking at it, and I'm like, I just don't love it. So luckily for me, it's washi. I can pull it right off. So see, I already like it so much better. So that's just one of the ways that I like to remain flexible about my layouts and about my projects in general, because I don't want to get too terribly invested. So now, what's that mean? It means that I can leave space for to-do lists and all kinds of things like that. So I think that what I'm going to do because of that is I'm going to go back and I'm going to take an asterisk, and I'm going to stamp a couple of them across the top for to-dos. Now, I actually have been finding recently that my to-do lists have been a little bit smaller, and I'm not sure why that is exactly, but I'll take it. So maybe I only need 2 or 3 bullets every day, or maybe I'm just not doing things, or maybe I'm forgetting. I don't know. I don't know. So I think this is actually super cute with the flowers too. I think it goes really well and was a really good choice, actually. All right, so that's it, because I don't add to-do lists for the weekends. I like to leave those blank. So there's that. Yeah, but that is it. So I will share an after the pen on my Instagram. So if you follow me there, you'll go check out my after the pen. But I hope you enjoyed this look at how I add a whole lot of stamping to my happy planner. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.